Hello, hello, hello. Grand day, brother.
I'm here. It's going to be a minute until I get all completely set up. I got to get the other phone device.
No worries. Take all the time that you need. And welcome in.
How's this, how's that angle?
That's perfect.
Perfect. Except this thing's tilted a little bit, but it's okay.
You're going for the top blue one, right? Yep. Yeah, that's like perfect.
Cool. I'll be right back. I gotta get my phone cord.
I'm pulling. Well, I guess it'd be a good time to go ahead and formally open up the space. And with that being said, I'll go ahead and begin. My name is Marcus, and I also go by Christolight, and I am an intuitive, holistic healing practitioner of many different practices, from reiki to chakra balancing to oracle card readings to weekly life guidance to even doing Akashic records and soul lineage meditations. And I've also been doing guided meditations for 7+ years as well, online, offline, at events, one-on-one personally, and I also professionally create, edit, and produce guided meditations as well. Everything I named are services that I offer daily, so if you're interested in experiencing or embarking upon any of these holistic practices with myself, feel free to direct message me at any time to ask any questions about the services, their pricings, or how you can figure out which one resonates for you right now, currently in your healing journey of your being. Along with that, I also want to let everybody know that I have a 33% off sale that is taking place from now all the way until 8/8 on the Lionsgate Peak, and that's 33% off all of these services that I just mentioned, including my other services that I offer. If you're curious, you can find it pinned at the top of my page, and all the information will be right there. And you can always message me as well here at Sacred Light 33. So along with all this, I'm also the founder and creator of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. I have podcasts as well as online video series or TV series that I fully edit and produce. And I'm also a music artist as well. And with all this, I like to put the intention of just sharing my love, sharing my heart, sharing knowledge and self-empowerment to help us be able to unlock within and remember who we are when it comes to our inner power, our capabilities, and why we're here in our divine purpose. So that's a little bit about who I am as Marcus Christolight, as one of the co-hosts of this meditative art space. And this is our session 2. Session 2, we are going to be flowing with the intention of galactic energy, galactic life. With that being said, Tom, he's going to be doing some galactic intentional live painting throughout the live, and then I will be doing a galactic starseed guided meditation a little bit later on in this session, and that'll be about roughly maybe 45 minutes into a session, and the session will be about an hour and a half. Along with that, I'll also be offering you guys single card oracle readings, and you guys can just drop your question or just let me know that you would like a single card pull down below in the question mark bubble that you can find by the comment section. Just drop your question, your intention, or if you would like a single card pull. We'll be from the love language oracles today.
New moon in Leo.
Transformation. Is upon planet Earth. Manifesting, setting intentions, and clearing our spaces for new beginnings. Join me, Christolight. This new moon in Leo, August 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern, for a free donation-based Third Eye Chakra Empowerment Flow Shop, held via Zoom. Direct message me for the link and boundaries. You may contact me at Instagram, SacredLight33, Facebook, Christolight Robbins, email, marcustut23@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday during the new moon as we clear our third eye for our manifestation and envisioning portal for our dreams to become reality. Ashe. If you guys have any questions throughout the live as well, feel free to drop it down below in the question mark bubble. Like questions about holistic healing, if there's any like mental, emotional, or physical ailments or disorders that you're going through that you would like to maybe get some clarity on or some guidance on, feel free to ask the question down in that question mark bubble, and I'll see if I can give you a good guidance that resonates for you. All right. Uh-oh.
I got it. Just have to mute one of them.
Yeah.
It's still echoing. Let's see how that does. Oh, it's still doing it.
Well,
Still doing it, huh? I'll probably just do one for today. I'm gonna close this one out. Maybe.
Really strange. Is that better? Oh, I don't hear you though. But I actually have a few questions for anybody out there. And questions are going to be regarding our mental health, our emotional, and physical.
Let's see how this works.
That sounds better.
I turned the volume down on the iPad and muted the microphone, so like it's not picking up each other's speakers, but it's still coming through there a little bit. So I
That
hear
sounds a lot better.
some
Sure.
echo.
Sounds a lot better.
Okay. Trying to make it so like there's different angles.
Nice. Music. Yeah. So yeah, brother, just real quick, if you want to kind of just briefly introduce yourself again, feel free, and we can get on.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to mount this, and yeah, I'll just hold the phone for now. So me, who am I? Just a guy that makes some art, and my name is Tom, and I go by Tom, Tommy, or Thomas, and yeah. Marcus and I met over a year ago, and we just started doing this thing recently, and it's been really fun. And I'm looking forward to whatever the future brings from this. I love art and music, and like working on healing my mental illnesses and things like that, and my imbalances. So this is part of it. It helps by doing these things, by participating, and I think that's about it, though.
Thank you for sharing that, brother, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's absolutely a pleasure. It's a collaboration, and I'm grateful to share it with you. Yeah, I look forward to what the space is going to become. This is session 2, and we're going to tap into our galactic side and get all alien and galactic cosmic light. So, yeah, get ready to have some fun. You guys get your art supplies. If you have a paint or you like to draw, anything that you get into your creative flow with, feel free to grab and join us. And you guys can always submit or message in what you work on during these sessions as well. And I'll add them into the YouTube edition and add your guys' art, as in like viewer art during the lives, so everybody can see what we do together. So yeah, this is a very interactive and collaborative space, and we're also open to community coming on the live. If you want to share your art or do the art with us, talk about consciousness, or be a part of music, whatever it may be, as long as you align with our values, we'll love to have you on. Activity.
What's that?
Sub-activity. It's kind of activity, so to say. It's for our overall health, and it's like a check-in with the self. So it's gonna be like 3 questions, and it's gonna be the same questions basically, but for different aspects. And the question is gonna be, how is your mind? How is the mental state? How is the mental health? So this is really just to check in with the mind and see, are there any thought patterns that are bothering me that I'm trying to remove? Are there, any self-sabotaging thoughts? Are there any, low self-confidence thoughts that I'm having in my mind? Am I feeling overwhelmed in my mind? Am I struggling to continue on mentally? Am I holding on to memories that are painful? These are all things that we could check in on when it comes to the mental. And it's just writing down, simple, honest things on the paper, not exactly being like fine detail. Unless you want to be, you can, but just getting it out there. And then the next question would be, how is or how are our emotions? So how is our emotional state? Are we very tensed up? Are we holding on to a lot of stored emotions from the past and from not expressing ourselves and our truth? Are we being overtly sensitive to where we can't even function properly around others or be able to withstand other people's truths or our own truth? Are we being very apathetic? Are we not feeling our emotions? Are we feeling very blank, black and white? And it's just real honesty with ourselves of where we are. There's nobody to judge. There's nobody to criticize. It's just honest reflection of where we're at in this human journey right now in this moment. And remembering that nobody is perfect when it comes to the being. The being is always ever changing. And other things to consider with the emotions could be, are we being, overtly projective of our emotions? Do we need to possibly look into grounding our emotions? Or do we need to activate our emotions? And then the last question is, how is our physical body? How is our physical health? And with this, just consciously, kind of mentally scan through the physical body from head to toe. Just feel throughout your body what parts kind of feel rough, what kind of parts feel very achy or could use some love. And then write down, any body parts that you can feel, inflammation or strain, any soreness. maybe even tightness in the chest, pain in our organs, like our liver, kidneys, our feet. Any of these things are physical things to scan and look for. And as you go through this 3-layer scan of your being, mentally, emotionally, and physically, just kind of keep these things in mind as you go forward when we get to the meditation, and also kind of look back over what you wrote down when we get into the meditation space, and you integrate these 3 different aspects of rebalance that we would like to have into the meditation. And that's a practice that you can practice daily with yourself or your friends or anybody out there. It's a very simple way to check in with the self and become aware and aware of our being. So I just pulled this card for the collective out of the Light Language Oracle deck, and it is the card Vesta. And I'll go ahead and read out the book, what this card represents and what this guide brings energetically. And a fun fact about this deck is the Light Language Oracle by Chloe Metcalf is channeled by Chloe. She channels these guides, and each card has an individual guide on it that you're able to access and collaborate with the energy and archetype of. It's pretty cool. Pretty unique. So Vesta is the water goddess, and it also represents flow. Vesta came into my life when I needed to find peace. Her energy of flow is perfection. Vesta's messages are always ancient, like tides rolling in and out of our lives. She reminds us that not everything stays forever. Sometimes people will come and go, or situations will flood into our life, then subside. Know that it is all for a reason. First and foremost, flow. Go with it. You don't need to force anything. The floods will come, and the rains will pour, but the river will always flow again. Flow can be related to water, abundance, or general energy. There is a time for rest and a time for movement. Your guidance from Vesta is to now listen to the flow of energy. Perhaps it is time for you to try a new direction of flow. Feng shui your home or sacred space. Changing your furniture around will help open up and redirect the flow of energy in your life. She also talks about drinking more fluids, spending time near a body of water. Water is, after all, the source of all life. Whatever it is, feel out your direction and flow. See where the goddess Vesta takes you. Oh, love that medicine. Beautifully received. Ashe. Letting go of that resistance and allow ourselves to flow. Flow with the currents. The current of your spirit and your intuition. It's something I've kind of been able to remind myself mentally of being in tune with my own self. I can feel my current of energy, as in like my intuitive current, and I can feel the guidance of where it's drawing me to, whether it's somewhere outside of me or if it's just drawing to within me. And that's the guidance that I get and feel through my intuitive nature. And I've learned over time to really honor where I'm feeling that current is flowing towards. And I've been able to find a lot more harmony, inner peace, and really balance in my life by tuning in and tapping into that intuitive current that is guiding me at all times. And we can always let go of the past as well. The past is something that has many lessons, many reflective moments, and everything else that you want to make. But you also have the choice to let it go, to be present, and know that there is abundance more. Welcome in, everybody, to Meditative Art Space. If anybody would like a single card oracle reading for free from myself, feel free to comment below in that question mark bubble next to the comments that you would like a reading. So I'm going to share a little self-care technique.
And what's that?
So it's a pretty simple technique. It's really good for like moisturizing your cells and your skin, and not just moisturizing, but also giving vitamins and just uplifting the body and energy. And that is just using coconut oil and essential oil. It is such a good combination. So all you got to do is you grab your coconut oil, put a little bit in your hand, just like a little bit in your palm, and then take the oil. And you definitely want to try to get really clean and pure essential oil grades. There's a lot of essential oils out there that have dilution as well as like added chemicals. And when you're putting this in your bloodstream, you want to make sure you're putting some pure stuff that's going to really be healing, beneficial, and regenerative into your bloodstream. So then you just drop about 2 to 3 drops into the palm of your hand where the coconut oil is, and then rub it together in your hands, and then just start massaging your arms or whatever body area you want to put it on. But this is a wonderful way to like moisturize your skin, instead of using lotion. Use coconut oil, and then the essential oils as well, bring that flavor, the smell, that juiciness. And you can use lavender to relax your body, relax your nervous system. You can use stuff like orange and lemon to uplift, bring energy. But yeah, pretty simple. Just coconut oil, and then a couple of drops of essential oil in the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together, and place it on your skin.
I don't think I have any coconut oil, or I would do this.
Dude, coconut oil is like
It's what?
gold. Coconut oil
Yeah, it's good.
is like gold. There's so much you can do with it. You can even cook with it.
I might have.
You can cook with it. You can make toothpaste with it. You can make hair shampoos. So much stuff you can do with coconut oil. Oh yeah. So there was some news I wanted to talk about with all of you guys out there, and this is very recent too, within this last month. But yeah, Tommy shared a post with me, so I wanted to bring this up and talk about this. Whistleblower tells Congress the U.S. concealing multi-decade program that captures UFOs. So this has been published everywhere in like many different news outlets. It's on AP News, and just not long ago, within the last couple of weeks, they held a UFO hearing in court. And this hearing was about the studies of UFOs and governmental programs that have been hiding and concealing these tests and everything regarding this when it comes to UFO testing. So yeah, there was a whistleblower that in the court session testified, and he used to be a former member of the government that was part of the programs, and he testified about it. They were talking about reverse engineering, as well as other, very highly, free energy like devices. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm not the type of person to really sit here and be all, go crazy about it, just because I already know what I'm aware of when it comes to the different type of beings in this universe. But it's just a sign. It's a sign in the collective atmosphere, in the collective conscious mind, that we're becoming more aware on a collective level of the truths, and it's going to continue to surface, and it'll just come out in many different ways and different forms through different people, and it's really just taking it and leaving it, and it's continuing on. And biggest thing out of all of this is, even despite if people talk about aliens being real or Armageddon or anything else, biggest thing out of all of it is, I just want to remind you, don't forget who you are. Do not lose focus of you, your path, and what you're here to do in this lifetime. No matter what the news says, no matter who discovers what, or whoever makes their appearance here on Earth, just remember who you are and continue to remember why you're here. There'll be a lot of distractions, decoys, false prophecies, and other things along the way.
Yeah, I'd like to say that the news uses fear to get our attention and get us worked up to, and we shouldn't listen to. Should think for ourselves, basically, instead of listening to other people and taking it with a grain of salt what we're being told, basically, right?
Yeah, definitely. And even through myself, even through us, always discern on what you're taking as your truth. And it's okay if something doesn't resonate for you. Doesn't mean you have to be offended or defensive. Doesn't mean you have to divide yourself or look at that person in a different way. If something doesn't resonate for you, that's okay. It doesn't have to. That's why, we're given the beauty of life. That is the ability of choice. If something doesn't resonate, you can either move on from that topic, or if you really don't want to be around that person, you can create space, and however you need to do that. So there's many ways to provide solutions around these type of things and still continue to be yourself. Boundaries, I guess you could call that.
Yeah.
Boundaries come in many forms too. There's a lot of looking at boundaries as like a like a tight, stiffening thing. Um, but you know, boundaries are as simple as a boundary with your own self, as in the boundary of not going out to eat with your friends because you know you have a bad spending habit when you go out to eat. That's like setting a boundary with yourself. It doesn't have to be something where it's like, oh man, I need to cut that person out of my life. Like, yeah, that's a boundary, but there's many different degrees of boundaries and different forms of boundaries in our life. And it's really important, at least I feel, that we're able to really work within ourselves, boundaries with our own self to start off.
Yeah.
As in like our own mental boundaries, like what we need to cut off talking so much, or if we need to cut off overthinking. You know, that's a boundary we need to create with our own self. It's not everybody's job to tell us that. And then, like, you know, the boundary of maybe overexpressing your emotions. That's a boundary that has to be created as well. That's not other people's jobs to be like, hey, you know, you're being a little overbearing with your emotions all the time. That's something that, you know, if that's being reflected to you often, maybe there's some accountability to take and look at. So yeah, just, you know, boundaries come in many forms, many different ways. You know, a boundary could be, you know, your sobriety. Your boundary could be even just food. If you're someone that's trying to fast or you're on a strict diet, you know, if you struggle with people that are eating chicken around you or something, maybe you have to set a boundary. Just kind of let them know, hey, I'm trying really not to eat chicken anymore. Can you just like let me know if you're gonna be eating that, or you know, I'll bring something else to eat. Things like that. Simple boundaries. I love talking about boundaries.
Yeah, something you said in the beginning of that, I kind of smiled and laughed about it because it was something I'm trying to work on, is with not talking or trying to cut down on the amount of words that come out of my mouth. You know, that's something I tend to overshare with people a lot, and I'm gradually weaning down to not speaking as much because it's a lot of not necessary words.
Yeah, and you know, I trust that we'll find our balance of communication between listening and sharing.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's a continuous dance. That's for sure.
The balancing act is like,
You know, we always have to count real life situations, and you know, there's always the great mystery of real life situations, and you don't exactly know the mindset or state you're going to be in when it comes to being like, you know, triggered or just not thinking about a boundary or something.
and sometimes we're going to be in like a mental state where we're just not as aware of what we're saying or doing, kind of dipping down into like a little less conscious, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're not always able to be basically perfect all the time and at our best.
Yeah. Basically like you know, the shadow self.
Yeah.
That's a great topic, actually. If any of you guys out there want to share some of your favorite boundaries, or you know, ways that you've integrated boundaries in your life, feel free to comment, whether you're in the live or on the YouTube, whatever it may be. Feel free to share some of your favorite boundaries?
I've got a few, but I don't know which ones. Like, nothing hits me on the top of my head right now, but I know I have some favorite ones.
One of my favorite boundaries is being asked before I receive venting. That is one of my favorite boundaries, because I'm a very big empath and my energy is very sensitive. So I absorb energy quickly, and not only do I absorb the energy, but it also like gets in my mental, in my psyche, and I start taking on like, you know, negative thoughts and stuff sometimes. And yeah, I definitely have to really develop a boundary surrounding that, big time.
I've definitely vented to you quite a few times since I've known you. And at first did not have that consent with you. Sometimes I just, when things pop in my head, I just start talking. You showed me a lot since I've known you on, I don't know, taught me a lot to like talk about my traumas less. If basically like be aware of who I'm around, because some people can't handle that, and there's a time and a place for that.
Yeah. I will say, like, you definitely grown and developed since we have met when it comes to that. And I'm grateful to play a part in that.
Well, I appreciate you saying that and recognizing that, and I am grateful to have met you. Definitely.
Yeah, thank you. Same to me. Same as well. And you know, iron sharpens iron. You know, I'm continuing to grow and learn as well through you.
That means a lot. Sometimes I don't see that I have a lot to offer people, but a few people told me that same thing in different words. Sometimes
It's just about the attitude, the mentality, our mindset, and things like that. You know, that can be what is influential on people.
Yeah, I think we sometimes don't see some of the gifts that we have within ourselves. Sometimes it takes another to recognize that and point it out to us. So we need people when we see that, when people are just like kind of stuck in their feedback loop of negative thinking, we got to point out things to them that they have value in themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, we're always like looking outside of ourselves at like, what am I doing? As in like, what am I doing to like acknowledge myself that I am doing something that's worthy, or that I am, you know, bringing value to someone's life. But, you know, it's not always about what am I doing. Sometimes it's just about you being you. And it's about like, you know, you being in your heart, you expressing your honesty, being truthful. You know, sometimes that's enough right there to be the influence that makes someone's energy feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I found in my life. You know, I just come into people's lives. I'll just sit there, I'll be smiling, have a good time, talk about my knowledge, what I do, and it just sparks their energy. And it's just like, wow, that's all it took. That is all it took. Good old exchange of truth.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm trying to remember like an analogy that I thought of before, where like, well, I've seen this before. The flower thing, like instead of plucking the flower that you see that's beautiful, you leave it there and you continue to water it so it grows.
Yeah.
Instead of,
I like that.
yeah, and there's something else like where like just being out in nature, you know how we go out there and we feel calm and peaceful and recharged. We can also be like that as humans, like we're nature too. We have to remember that. Like, we can be just present and just be there and not speak a lot and just be calm, and like that helps others settle their nervous system if we're settled as well.
Exactly. Great words. Thank you.
Welcome. That's you are good at that, being present around other people. And like, obviously when I'm around you, I become more balanced just because of you're already balanced.
Balance is my being. It's everything when it comes to my life path. It's incredible how it reflects in my life. Number one, I'm a life path 33. So, life path 33 is also a 6. 6 is a balancer energetically. So naturally my energy brings balance to people in their life, whether it's like uplifting or kind of grounding. It's whatever's needed for that person. As a 33, natural balancer, healer, and teacher of knowledge and truth to restore balance to people. And then, top of that, my sun sign's Gemini. It's the only zodiac sign that has like a balancing duality within the one sign. And then, I'm balanced when it comes to my race, black and white. Balanced when it comes to my hands, ambidextrous. I naturally write with my left hand. I shoot basketball with my left hand.
You can write with your left hand?
I naturally do, yeah. I can do it. I can write with my right hand easily too.
Okay, that's why I was wondering. You're left-handed?
I'm left-handed, but ambidextrous.
Nice.
No, I throw a football with my right hand. So yeah, I throw a football with my right hand. I shoot basketball with my left hand.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this balance thing, you can't make it up when it comes to my being. Like, everything about my life is about balance and bringing balance into life. It's wild.
And some of the things I do that are ambidextrous is I'll use a fork or spoon, eating with one or the other hand. I'm like better at it with the right hand, but it's almost there with the left hand.
Yeah. It's actually like really empowering for your body. Well, not just the body, but also the mind as well. To actually practice using both hands.
Yeah.
It basically, like, you start unlocking and waking up parts of yourself that are not being used, and it starts to balance your hemispheres even more, and you become more empowered with your balanced energies. It's a very cool feeling, when you start training your other side and you start getting used to it. It feels really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can feel the energy and electric kind of like waking up inside that side.
I have to say that from experience that I definitely experienced that, just because years ago I tried brushing my teeth with my left hand, holding the toothbrush. I did that a lot. Sometimes I still do, but not as much because I forget. But then the eating with the left hand thing, I do that. And then sometimes when I paint, when I'm just making the base layer, I'll use both hands and with a paintbrush and just do the abstract spreading out of everything, and it feels really good. And it seems like it, but using both hands painting like that is naturally has that balanced feeling.
Very interesting. Yeah, it's interesting, like how we just like sometimes just naturally do not use parts of ourselves. Like we just decide to like just not even try using parts of ourselves. It's like man, why aren't we? Like, why aren't we all like naturally being taught in school at a young age how to just start utilizing both hands and like naturally practice both hands so that it's not just like, I'm just dominantly right hand and that's it. And I suck at left hand at everything. Like, why aren't we just being taught like, let's all learn how to balance using both sides of our hemispheres?
I don't know why that is, but we should be able to try it either way instead of just forced to do that. Yeah. There we go. This is fun, like trying to figure all this out, this whole live thing. Like setting up the angle of the iPad over here and this each time. Like this is our second time doing it, but like I'm figuring out more and more like ideas on how to make this like a setup that's like already ready to go, and it's been fun.
That process.
Yeah.
It's a fun process. How's that painting going?
I was gonna do a little zoom in here, show you. So I added
Wow.
a little bit here. I worked mostly with this area with all these lines and added some white. And then I added a little bit here, so I'm working on that. But since I'm going the whole detailed line work route that I like to do, it's going to go all the way across here at some point. So it's going to take a while.
Wow. Those layers in that corner over there.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing is just to keep layering the lines and everything, and just it adds more depth and dimension to it.
Can you zoom in on that yellow piece?
Right here?
Yeah, on the right. The yellow. Wow.
It's gold, actually. So it has like really reflective shimmer to it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that black going over it is something else.
Yeah. Let's see if I have an example of
Wow.
some other stuff I have in here. Like this thing. This is only just a couple layers, but I like the black and white and adding some color. It's real simple, but also complex looking. And then this thing. It's my favorite. Oh, here we go. It's another one of my favorites. And that's just the white canvas in the back. It's not white paint. So it's kind of, when the light comes through it, you can like see through. I did this the other day on Friday, I think. I had an old painting that had a base layer of like yellows and reds and splashes and everything. And then I added all this color and darkness right here. And then just went nuts with it. It was so fun. I was like, that's my favorite, when I just go in it and for like an hour or two, I flow and release a lot of feelings.
Mm-hmm. You ever do pour art?
Pour art, I have not tried that yet, but I kind of, in a way, do that with the regular acrylics. Sometimes I'll add water to it and cause it to like drip and stuff like that. Well, kind of like this thing here. This one's not a great example of it though, but this one is.
Okay.
But I do want to try it. I just haven't yet. There's a lot of things I want to try with the art, exploring, and just haven't yet. And I probably won't in my whole life try everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, try out what calls.
Yeah.
So I was thinking here in about maybe 5 to 7 minutes ish, we could get ready for the meditation.
Okay. How long
Yeah.
have we been? About an hour now?
It's been an hour.
Okay.
So yeah, we could do the meditation and then just kind of close it out shortly after that. Maybe do like a little reflection or
That's a good. I'm good with that. Meditating is going to be good.
it's gonna be a Galactic Starseed meditation.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun. Connect with some Pleiadian energy, maybe a little bit of Lyran energy and Sirian energy as well. Get a little recalibration of the chakras and be on our way on this beautiful Sunday.
Works for me.
So yeah, for anybody that's tapped in or will be tapping in, feel free to get yourself comfortable and grab some water and hydrate if you would like. Use the restroom, grab your crystals, your sage, any of your favorite spirit tools that you like to have in your space during a meditation. Feel free to go grab. There's no rush, take your time. And we will begin the Galactic Starseed meditation here in about maybe roughly 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh, in 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah, to actually begin.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I thought we were going to do it sooner because I was ready, but I'm okay with that. Just got
yeah. I just want to give people like a proper transition space.
Okay. That works.
Because sometimes, people are watching for the whole hour and then they have to use the restroom. So it's like getting situated is always a nice thing, I feel like.
Yeah, just preparing the space.
Because, and this is something that I'll actually go ahead and touch on a little bit and maybe talk about like more in depth in like a specific live that I might hold on my live is, preparation for meditation or just really any energy practice. Preparation is a big thing when it comes to ceremony and ritual as well as practices from ancient time to now, and it's for a reason. Sometimes we kind of look at the practice as everything, but really it's just one part of a whole entire ceremony of what we're doing. And really the ceremony is the preparation, the introduction to the space, as well as what happens in the peak of the space, and then the way that it closes out as well. It's all one ceremony together. The meditation is just the beef. It's the bulky part of the whole thing. So I found over time, naturally, taking time for preparation has been a very patient gift that I've learned. And specifically when it comes to these type of meditations, you're going into some deep mental astral travel. You're going to be going through, DNA activations. You're going to go through emotional, mental, or physical cleansing, purging or detoxing, shifting of energy, altering of your life path. A lot of different things are going to be taking place during that space. So I find it very, very mindful to treat it very sacredly in the whole process, from preparation to the end. Preparation to the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, with art, you prepare, you get all of your tools, you get your intentions set on what you're doing. You get all the stuff that you need so you can be focused in.
Yeah.
You don't want to go downstairs and grab stuff every 5 minutes because you didn't grab all of your tools.
Like I sometimes do. But yeah, it's better when you have it all right there, and then you can just get into it.
Plus, it all can, more specifically when it comes to meditation spaces, these things can maximize our experience as well. When we grab our crystals, burn sage, get into our flow, can open up our channels and our healing avenues. So I'm a big supporter of it. Get yourself prepared. Grab the things that ring true to your heart and help you feel at home within yourself when it comes to your healing journey, and integrate it. Integrate it into my guided practices. Even essential oils, like I was touching on earlier. Put essential oils right below your nose, on your forehead, third eye, on your chest. Activate. Ooh. Another blessed Sunday. Later today, I'm sitting in on a Zoom call for the Serpent Mound Fall Equinox Gathering.
When?
Later today, 6:30. I'm sitting in a Zoom call with all the people that are going to be in the Fall Equinox thing.
I may not be able to be there, but I'll try. It just depends on what. It depends.
Oh, that's okay, man. Life happens.
Yeah.
Things are changing. Things are shifting every day.
Oh yeah.
I'm not holding people to anything anymore, really, when it comes to this type of stuff. I know that we could be somewhere else tomorrow if we needed to be spiritually. So
Yeah.
I know that people are going to be doing what they got to do with spirit.
Exactly. How much time we got left before we start?
I'd say maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm actually going to go ahead and use the restroom and get started.
Okay.
right, all right. So, all of you wonderful souls out there that are tapped in and viewing, go ahead and get yourself comfortable. And you can either sit or lay down. Couple reminders. If you're sitting, having the back straight, and you may use a pillow, the edge of a bed, couch, whatever it may be, to help support the back. And if you are laying down, having the legs straight, not cross, so that they are not blocking the flow of energy in and out of the soles of the feet. And next we want to check in with our shoulders for body tension. We want to relax our shoulders, allowing the shoulders to drop to the side. Checking the jaw, checking the fingers, making sure that we are not clenching our teeth or our fingers, releasing any pressure and tension that we are holding on to. Thus, dissolving resistance and opening up our pathways to receive energy and light, as well as release. Next, focusing on the breath. For this practice, we will be breathing in through the nose, expanding the stomach, holding the breath and drawing it down to the earth. Then exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in the nose, expanding the stomach, drawing the breath down the body to the earth, and exhaling out of the mouth. Almost like we're recycling the breath with the earth. Just continue with it patiently and intimately with your own self-love. Focus on this breath pattern with no rush, no right or wrong. Just breathing in this pattern. Continue to focus on this pattern as we go through the meditation, as this will be your balance on receiving divine healing energy, as well as supporting your release of stored past energies. Continuing to breathe. As you breathe, beginning to feel lighter in the conscious, beginning to let go of the physical world. As you breathe, you may feel the environment turning into just energy. Nothing but energy, just like your body. Feeling the body as energy. Feeling the environment as energy. Continuing to breathe. As you breathe, we're beginning to dissolve the walls of the matrix. We are stepping into flow state energy. In this space, we are free to let go of expectations as well as obligations that have been placed upon ourselves or from others, as they no longer serve in this space, in this moment, as we are in the quantum, infinite possibilities. And infinite possibilities, the next ripple of effects that we cause through our choices is taking place, ever present, in motion right now. And in this place, in this state, we are here in the awareness to remember the power of our choices. How are we choosing to perceive our own self right now? How are we choosing to present ourselves to the world today? Are we embodying what we are speaking? Are we embodying what we are learning? Do not judge yourself for where you are not, but see where you can make progress and growth in that area. Take a moment to see where you are in your strength. And remember to continue to nurture your strengths by continuing to practice. Remembering the breath, continuing to breathe. And in this moment, a silver light beams down from above, and the silver ray of light begins to draw our bodies up into the sky. And through the mind's eye, we begin to travel. And as we travel with this beam of light, we make our way up through the dimensions, to the atmosphere. And as we breathe, we make our way to where this silver light is traveling from. And this round opening opens before our eyes. And we enter into the round opening of where this silver light came from. And as we enter, we start to hear very crystalline, high vibrational pitches of light and noise. And as we're breathing, we make our way into this space, and we can see technology all around. technology is very advanced and it's very clean, very healthy and efficient, crystalline. And you see crystals everywhere. You see free energy healing technologies, Tesla technology. And as we make our way into this space, walking on the floor, you can feel on the soles of your feet a healing frequency vibration vibrating on the soles of the feet. And this frequency vibration coming from the floor is beginning to shake and vibrate the bottom soles of the feet. And you can begin to feel this recalibrating vibrational energy working its way through the nervous system and the cells and every part and layer of the physical being, and begins to flow upward through the toes and up the feet, shaping and vibrating, recalibrating the system, regenerating tissue or any health issues within the feet. And it turns out these frequencies are attuned to Pleiadian healing frequencies. And this ship that we are in is a Galactic Federation ship. And this floor has been calibrated to the Pleiadians' healing frequency to encompass the whole surface of this galactic ship. So every step you take, you are magnetized and receiving Pleiadian vibrational healing through the floor, and begins to travel up the ankles, continuing to breathe as the recalibrating energies travel up the calves and up the knees, up the quads and hamstrings, up to the thighs, to the hips, to all other areas of the lower body. This vibrational energy continues to vibrate through everywhere that it's been through. So the feet are still vibrating. The legs are still vibrating, recalibrating to the Pleiadian attunement frequency. And the vibration makes its way to the base at the root chakra. As we breathe into this root chakra at the base of the spine, the Pleiadian vibrations are shaking, recalibrating the root chakra, being supported with every breath. We are activating and balancing the root. This would be a good time to consciously command into your own space that you are letting go of specific pain, that you are letting go of frustrations or anger towards somebody or yourself. This is a good time to let go of fight or flight mode, scarcity mindset, and to ground into your abundance. The Pleiadian vibrations rise to the sacral below the belly button and recalibrates and balances the sacral helping clear any inner child traumas, sexual misuse of energy, helping activate and cleanse our inner feminine nature. And giving a boost to our vital creative energy. Vibrations make their way to the solar plexus and the abdomen, recalibrating the solar plexus chakra, uplifting us into self-confidence and empowerment, igniting our inner fire of willpower, courage, and the ability to step forward. And the vibrations travel up to the heart center in the center of the chest, recalibrating the heart chakra, clearing away any blocks of separation or division, expanding and opening our unconditional love, and opening up ways of understanding forgiveness, having patience for understanding. As we continue to breathe, the Pleiadian vibrational healing travels up to the throat, begins recalibrating and shaking the throat chakra. And we may let go of any suppression, any feelings of unworthiness of speaking our truth, any invalidation. May all be released through the recalibration of the throat chakra. And may we remember to our own self and remind ourselves that we are worthy of speaking, expressing, sharing our co-creative abilities, as well as sharing honesty, sharing love. As we continue, the Pleiadian vibrational healing rises to the center of the forehead, between the eyebrows, at the third eye chakra. And this Pleiadian light healing begins to recalibrate and balance the third eye. Throwing away any falsehoods of belief systems that no longer serve. Enhancing and awakening our psychic abilities and our intuitive guidance. And opening up our clear paths of our multidimensionality, of manifesting our higher energy, our higher essence into our physical life. And then the Pleiadian vibrational healing travels to the crown at the top of the head. And remembering the breath and the power of the breath, the crown begins to open at the top of the head, opening up an energetic portal of energy. And this opening of the portal reestablishes and expands our connection with Source, our higher self, and our guides, our angels, our family members. And it's all just becoming more clear, dissolving any of the mud, the ickiness that is blocking the connection, remembering that we are always connected with the source of life, that we are the source of life and an experience of itself. Now that we have recalibrated our 7 chakras and our being on the physical level with this Pleiadian vibrational healing, we are now met by Lyran Starseed guides and these Lyran humanoids. They offer us this golden energy, and this golden energy is a shield of protection and light to help protect and seal your energy from any holes, any leaks, or any damaged cords that are in your energy field. This golden energy will also dissolve away and return back to source any entity attachments, any devices, or any implanted inverted matrices. This golden Christ light that is being offered and is beginning to form like a bubble around our energy begins to pull out and dissolve away these impurities and imbalances that were spoken on. And they offer you the remembrance that is your choice to let go of these things. It is your choice to believe, not even just to believe, but to know in your power, and know in your energy, and know your tools of what is capable and what you have. You know the power of golden light. Are you trusting in the power of it? Are you trusting in what your guides are offering? If you are, continue to amplify, expand on it, empower yourself with it. You are given so many guides and tools. That is how powerful you are, and you may utilize them all to be your best version. Remember, it's our choices if we want to let go of these things, if we can quantum heal, if we can quantum time jump, if we can create a new life for ourselves starting today. These are all things we can do if we do not procrastinate what our spirit calls us to do. This is our message from the Lyrans today. Find ways for less procrastination and more listening and answering the call of the Spirit. Now the Lyrans and the Pleiadians give their love, their gratitude and thanks for this space and for you and your journey, your human life, and what you decided to take on. It is honored and is celebrated throughout the galaxy and cosmos. Now we're refreshed and renewed with this Pleiadian recalibration of our being and being gifted with this golden light to shield as well as regenerate. We are ready to move forward, to travel consciously back to our physical bodies, back to our physical environment when we are ready, consciously making our way back at our own pace. Namaste. Ooh. Just want to say thank you to everybody that has supported. Thank you everybody that has been open and was here for the meditation. Feel free to leave your feedback in the comments, whether it's here live or on the YouTube version. I'd love to see your feedback and how your experiences were for the meditation. And also, feel free to let us know, guys. Direct message us or comment what type of intentions or focus you would like to have us bring into our different sessions. So, for example, our session today was Galactic Flow or Galactic Life. So, Tommy put some intention into putting some galactic energy into his painting, and then I crafted together a channeled galactic meditation for us. So if there are any other ideas that you guys have and you'd like to see, feel free to let us know, and we'll consider it and possibly make it into an episode or a session. How was your experience, brother man?
It was, I don't really have any words for it. I'm thinking about a lot of things in my life currently and big decisions I need to make, and kind of was focusing on that and listening to you at the same time, back and forth, guiding. And so it was like I was able to be in a calm state and process a couple things.
Wonderful. That's really good. So it gave you a good grounding and grounding and processing spot.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a blessing. So yes, we'll be back on in roughly maybe like 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Just be on the lookout as usual. We'll post the flyers, let you guys know what's going on. And like I said, feel free to comment or message us, different ideas on intentions, and we'll consider them and put them into a session. It'll be a lot of fun to see the different flows that we can create and really connect with as a community together. And also, we're still open to guests. If you want to be a guest artist, practitioner, or just an everyday conscious soul that would love to connect and has, similar intention and aligns with our boundaries and values, then absolutely message us. We'll sit together and figure out how to do a live session together. Ooh.
Well, I guess that's it, huh?
Yeah, I'm just feeling so grounded and good after that meditation.
Me too.
I'm gonna say, do you have any announcements? Do you have anything at all for people to look out for?
I'd say that pretty soon I'll have my website up. I'm hoping to work on that in the next couple weeks, like by the end of August at the latest. So I'll probably post about that. And I have some art that's at the Ohio State Fair right now. It's actually probably just finished getting hung up at the 83 gallery, and it's funny, it's my same last name, the Cox Fine Arts Building. It's at the Ohio State Fair on the southern part of the fairgrounds, and it's in the gift shop. Like when you walk in and go to the right, there's like 3 walls. I think there's like the middle wall is what I was told. I have 3 pieces of art that'll be there. And then that big building has a big giant show of bigger pieces of art and installations from other artists in Ohio. And then that's kind of it right now. And I may do my first solo art show sometime this year. I'm inquiring about that through a couple different places. And I just have to first get through some big life things in the next couple weeks before I plan for that. So that'll probably be something in the next couple months I'll be announcing, I'd say, if I decide to do it this year.
Wonderful. Yeah, and I just want to let everybody know that coming up on August 8th on the Lionsgate Peak, I will be holding one of my chakra empowerment flow shots that I do on Zoom for free. It'll be throat chakra. So we'll be doing some throat chakra learning, teaching, journaling, and then activation, meditation to release and open up our throat chakras on the Lionsgate. So it's going to be a powerful energy. You know, Lionsgate in itself is a major gateway and portal. It's an alignment between Sirius, Orion, and the Great Pyramids in Egypt. So it's a major activation and transformational period energetically for us. And I figured what better way than to activate our throat chakras as we step forward into it. So that'll be on at 8/8, and that's a free Zoom workshop. Just direct message me if you're interested, and I'll send you the link. All right, brother man. Any closing words?
I'd like to say something good, but I'd say everybody take care of yourself and focus on you first before anyone else if you're struggling mentally, because nobody else is going to do it for you. So if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I'm saying it out loud probably.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
It's big. It really is big, you know. When it comes down to it, you know, we're the only one that is living as this specific person. So even if we want to say that people, you know, should do things for us, or you know, it's good that people do things for us, nobody's really obligated to. No one's responsible for what we have to do to maintain, you know, inhabiting this human. So, you know, we all have a level of responsibility that's equal, and I trust we'll find that. We'll find that harmony.
I agree with that. Nobody is going to save us, period, as much as we would like that. And no matter what, everybody else has got their own stuff to deal with. So to put it on someone else is probably too much. The world right now is mental illness is that there's a lot of people with some mental illness problems currently, and it's kind of is the word epidemic maybe, but a lot of us are struggling, and we gotta stop doing a bunch of extra things that's dragging us down, and focus on ourselves, like I said, and just stop spreading ourselves so thin and burning ourselves out is something I have a problem with. So I'm trying to say no to more things and preserve my energy, because I get burned out really easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can relate on that for sure. You know, maybe that's something that we can talk about in our next session. Is we could talk about the topic of oh shoot, what the heck? What was it that you're just talking about?
Burnout, just spreading ourselves thin, and just that, preserving our energy, and I guess prioritizing, I guess, our energy, whatever we put thing. All right,
Oh man,
like,
that's not it.
that's not it.
What was it?
I
What led into that? There was something that led into
last
that.
taking care of ourselves first. No one's gonna save us. We have to save ourselves, kind of thing.
What the heck? That's so weird. It just like went away completely.
Yep.
But
At the right time.
I guess I'll just look through the replay and I'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking, whenever it was, I felt like it could have been a good intention for our next session.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. It's mental health awareness, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
I think mental health awareness would be a great focus for our next session.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Especially,
And we can talk about like setting up mental boundaries. We can talk about like how to really just develop our tools and be in our power when it comes to maintaining our mental health.
yeah, especially since like we're about to approach like where a lot of people have issues with seasonal depression when the seasons change after summer, fall, and winter. Like this is school starting back up for people, like in college or high school or whatever. Like it's always this time of year when things change, like for everyone, because summer ends, and it's going from having fun to like taking things serious, and then that is like the hardest change people could probably go through in the year.
Yeah, exactly. I'll definitely touch on quite a bit, the importance of having a foundation. And what a foundation does is, it gives you that solid basis of groundedness and truth of what, works for you, even through transitions and change. We'll definitely touch on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because it's going on 2 hours. So I want to make sure I can get this fully edited properly. And we'll be back in a few weeks.
All right. Sounds good. Have a good day. Thanks.
All right, brother, man. Good to see you. Much love. And everybody out there, wholeness, balance, love. Have a blessed Sunday.
Have a blessed Sunday. Later.
Oh, yeah. And everybody, this will also be on the YouTube channel, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, within the next couple of days. So just go ahead and subscribe, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, if you haven't yet, and you want to be a part of this journey, and check out my other content, such as guided meditations and podcasts and more. Greatly appreciate the support to subscribers. Stay blessed.